Hey friend, how's it going? Thomas Decker here from GuitarRevolution.ca, and I'm here because I want to help you to become the best guitar player you can ever be. Doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you already play guitar and want to get to the next level, to lead levels. This is the channel for you. Today, I'm going to be answering a question that came in my inbox from one of our viewers. And I'm going to be answering his question that is essentially how to play smoother, how to play in a way that's less mechanical, how to play in a way that's more like with heart on playing, right? So we're gonna get to that question. Just before that, I want to offer you something that if you're serious on getting your playing to the next level, I have a PDF guide for you for the next 30 days to get your playing to the next level. It's a guide where I'm gonna show you a few tools that every lead guitarist uses every time they're playing on stage, on studio or jamming. Every lead guitarist use these tools, and you can get the hold of these tools as well. Just download the PDF I prepared for you, and I'll guide you through that. Every single tool, break it down, and tools like what's the name? Control technique, and expression techniques, and triads, and double stops, and sixths, and other things. More and more tools. 8 essential tools that you need to become a lead player, a real lead guitarist. Now, all you need to do is click the link below, and I'll send you to your inbox right there, and all the videos that you need to go and work through that. All right. This week, I got an email in my inbox from Edward. And after watching one of the videos here in the channel, he wrote me. And he wrote, thanking for the videos and all that. And then he asked a question. When I practice the pentatonic scale, it sounds like I am picking. Yet, when I hear others play it, sounds more like they're strumming. How can I change this? In other words, how can I play? How can I do this more smoother? Smoother? No, I came up with the word. How can I make what I'm doing smoother? That's what he said. How can I make what I'm doing more smoother? That's a good question. Thank you, Edward, for this question. I really appreciate. And this reminds me a lot of one student of mine I had, and he was like on a school when I used to teach in a music school. He was probably around 50 years old, 50 plus. He played all the classic better than me. He knew more songs than me in terms of classic rock. But there was one thing that he could not get rid of, which is the stiffness on his playing. He played very well what he was playing. However, it was smooth, had no dynamic, had no control. It was always 100%, always hammering the strings, always playing so strong, super intense, right? And one thing that I worked with him, and I hope it works for you, Edward, and others that are watching, is that playing guitar has to be pretty much like having a conversation. When you're having a conversation with someone, we're not 100% all intense and, yelling at that person's face, right? At least that's the normal. That's not the normal. To be yelling super intense and blah, 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 right? You overwhelm the people you're trying to communicate with. Same thing is with the guitar. And by the way, if you do that when you're talking, I think you need to work a little bit on your people skills. Just a hint there. But when it comes to guitar playing, we want to do that as well. And we want to play accordingly to our room. We don't want to overplay and be on people's faces all the time. Neither in terms of band. You don't want to be the guy on the spotlight and, flashing those licks and cool stuff you know what to do all the time. No. And the same goes when you're playing at home. You don't want to play like super intense and a lot of strength all the time. No, no, no. Take your time. Be intentional on what you're playing. Be intentional on the notes you're playing. For example, if we're playing the pentatonic scale, there you go. Pentatonic scale. You don't want to be like, right? Like, that was Dave. That was my student. He was so intense. Every note that he played was a lot of intensity there. I would say, Dave, relax. Have control of your pick. And that comes like the technique of control techniques, actually, right? And I put a list here for you. Few things you can work as control techniques is alternate picking. Of course, you want to get hold of this, get the hang of this up-down thing. Let me put a little lower so you can see here. That's my hand, right? So we're gonna have control of your right hand, right? Down, up, down, up. Alternate picking. So you want to play without thinking if you have to go up or down. No, that has to be dealt with before you start playing. It's like when you start walking. You don't think, oh, left, right. No, you just go, right? Alternate picking has to become natural as it is for you to walk. Another thing, the picking dynamics. Picking dynamics is super important for you to master. Play soft. Be intentional of playing soft. Strong. Super soft. Super strong. The pinch harmonics, right? There is room for all of those dynamics. So practice different dynamics. One thing that might help is the angle of which you hit the strings. Try to play very flat and try to give a 45 degree. So your pick will dig your pick into the strings. Or in an angle where you just slide the pick over the string. Palm muting. Selecting the notes that are going to be muting and the ones that are not. Oh, that was for out. Palm muting. Speed. Speed, another way to play with intensity or less intense, right? Very. Right? Different intensities. So control technique, very important, very key for you as a guitar player. Second thing, expression techniques. Try to play being very intentional how you're picking, but also the techniques on your left hand. There are things that you can do like legato, like, excuse me, hammer on, pull off. Instead of play and hammer, play and hammer. Pull off. Hammer, pull up. See, I'm just doing hammers. just pull-offs. Just playing the first note in each string. Sliding I can do instead of I can do. Right? And you create dynamics that way too. Bending technique. Half step. Full step. And then 1.5. I don't think you can do a 1.5 around here. One and a half. 1.5, right? And then I'm mixing hammer, pull, bend, reverse bend, and pull off. That's a nice phrase. Then check if your guitar is still tuned. Good, it is. So, legato, hammer on, pull off, sliding, bending. Sliding, you can go from one note to the next on the scale, or from nowhere. You just slide to the note, the target note. Doesn't really matter where you're coming from, but you're landing on the note of the scale. This is a pretty cool one. I play the note and slide to that note. Play the note, slide to that note. Right? Finger picking technique. Sometimes all you can do is get your pick between your fingers here and see how the sound changes? And I'm just plucking the strings. Now let me put the backing track, and I'm gonna try to go one by one in these techniques. Actually, before that, one way that you can practice all these techniques here: alternate picking, dynamics, pick angle, the palm muting, the speed, the legato, the sliding, the bending, the finger picking, is by playing the scale itself. Alternate picking, just go play the whole scale, alternating your picking. Then you work on the dynamics. Strong. Soft. Super strong. Super soft. The angle, change the angle a little bit. It gives a different tone. Palm muting. Mute just the first note. Oh, every, I don't know, every three notes. Right? Speed, play faster. And the legato, just play the first note of each string. That I did hammer on and pull off afterwards, right? Sliding. The bending. Bend is a little harder, but you're gonna have to on your phrasing better. And finger picking. I'm just holding my pick right here. Take a look. Right between my fingers. Now let me put a backing track here in order to put this in a context of soloing, right? So backing track in A minor, so I'm going to be using pentatonic of A minor here. Just this shape here. Okay, first chord is F, G, and A. And A minor. Okay. Very soft. Just starting a conversation. Don't need to talk so much, right? One phrase complementing the next. So right? Makes musical sense. Let's play a little strum. More intense, right? Bending. Still trying to make sense music. Quiet again. My dog is going crazy. Slow. Just sliding. Bends. All beauty. Now a little bit of just soft playing. That was my son. So I tried to apply a little bit of everything here while I was improvising. My dog went crazy. My son came here. But I hope you can see how I implemented the control techniques and the expression techniques, so I can bring a different phrasing, can bring a different feel to your playing, right? Now, again, to go deeper, I would encourage you to download the PDF I mentioned in the beginning of this video, where the 30-day lead guitar jumpstart guide, where I'll lead you and guide you through these tools, and these are included there: control techniques and expression techniques and so on, to get deeper and get your guitar playing to the next level.